Well, hey there. How you doing, everybody? Hey, Jason Wayne here with Keller Williams of Silicon Valley. Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. As the title suggests, in this video, we're going to talk about all of San Jose, all of the Silicon Valley region explained. If you're coming from out of state or out of the area and you're not familiar with San Jose and the surrounding area, then this video is for you. Because in this video, what I want to do is I want to explain San Jose from the eyes of somebody who's never been here, who doesn't even know what to expect. In 2004, I moved to Denver, Colorado, and I didn't know a soul when I moved out there, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what the suburbs were. It wasn't until I moved out there that I rented a room and started driving around and checking out the places. Eventually got with a realtor, a good one. It goes a long way, but I got with a realtor and ended up finding a really great home and had a great time. So back then we didn't have YouTube. We did have some maps. Remember MapQuest back in the day? Not nearly as helpful, as these videos can be for a lot of people. And so that's what I want to do. I got the map here for San Jose, and I'm going to start at the top and just talk about not only San Jose but the surrounding area. And that way, at least maybe you can kind of start to weigh maybe where it is you want to start looking when you're moving out here. You can start tailoring in on a very specific area. Depending on what it is you're looking for. And then that is the beauty of San Jose and this whole Silicon Valley region, is that if you're looking for condos, we've got condos. You're looking for downtown condos, we have that. You're looking for homes, the regular residential houses, of course we have that. But you're looking for something in the hills, hey, cool, we got some mountain living too. Not much, but we do have some. But anyway, let's pull up the map. Again, if you have any questions on anything, feel free to call, text, email me. If you're looking to move out to San Jose and you're planning a trip out here, let me know as well. I'd love to show you around. I'm going to be doing some videos in the future on some self-tours. And so if a self-tour of San Jose is something you'd be interested in, also let me know, because what I'd like to do, hey, look, you could fly in the morning, rent a car, drive around the tour I give you. It'll give you an idea of this whole area. And it's not that big, honestly. We're in a valley, so we're kind of constricted. So you can drive around, spend the day out here, and in the evening catch a plane ride home. So, but if I get the opportunity to meet you, I would love to do that as well. So with that said, let's jump right into this video. Like I said, I'm going to bring up the map and let's talk about San Jose. So this is San Jose. This is the region. This is the area. As you'll notice, like I said, we're in a valley. You'll see on either side we've got mountains, we've got hills. If I zoom out even a little more, you'll see over here we have the Pacific Ocean. So San Jose is definitely in a very unique place in terms of the fact that we have ocean just on the other side of the hill on our west side, and we've got the San Francisco Bay right here on our north, which makes our weather here fantastic. And so even in the summer, when we may get a 95, 100-degree day in the summer, because we're getting these ocean breezes that come in the evening, we're just located in a really, really wonderful area. In terms of weather goes. So if you look down, kind of going a little further down here, this is what down here, Morgan Hill, Gilroy. This is what we call South County, and you'll notice this is a valley as well. You'll see there's hills on both sides, and this is a real tight little valley here. So, but again, Morgan Hill and Gilroy, some good living. This video right now is coming to you from Morgan Hill. I have an office here in Morgan Hill, even though I live in San Jose and I have another office in San Jose with Keller Williams. I do lease an office down here in Morgan Hill. I just love the area, and it's great. And we'll do some videos on Morgan Hill as well. But what I'm going to do is let's just start at the top of San Jose. I'm thinking let's just start in Milpitas. All right. So if you're looking to move out to San Jose, again, San Jose is the main hub. And when we talk about Silicon Valley, we talk about Silicon Valley in the way that, like in the East Coast, they talk about New England. There is no town called Silicon Valley. It really just describes the region, kind of like how Boston and that whole northern East Coast, Connecticut area is considered New England. There's no New England addresses there, so if somebody was moving to quote New England, it really wouldn't help them a lot if they were heading out that way, because they're not moving to New England, they're moving to Boston, or they're moving to one of the surrounding towns. Same here with San Jose. San Jose, look, we've got Santa Clara, Sunnyvale, Milpitas, okay, Cupertino, Campbell. We've got all these great towns, and all the way going up to, in fact, Silicon Valley technically kind of goes all the way up into the Redwood City area up here. So from Redwood City up here, down San Jose, South San Jose, maybe Morgan Hill could be considered Silicon Valley, possibly. Why not? It's in a valley, right? But there's just not a lot of tech down there. So when we talk about Silicon Valley, we really are talking about really the tech area of this region. And I actually brought up a map. I found this map to kind of show that where a lot of the tech companies that are here. Now, you may not be moving here for tech reasons or a job with a tech company, but if you are coming out here, look, we know Silicon Valley is where the tech is. And anyways, I just found this cool map, and it really shows. Oops, sorry, my mouse is super sensitive. I apologize. But this really is considered Silicon Valley right here. We're going to get right in San Jose. We got companies like Adobe and Roku. We got Netflix here, which is pretty neat. Amazon's got an office, Cupertino. Of course, Apple. They've got their big giant. We call it the spaceship. They got their spaceship in Cupertino. And going up. So when I was younger, and I'll note for the record, starting in 1999, I actually started my first career, I'll say, in tech. I worked in IT for 18 years. I worked for two great companies. I worked for BEA Systems starting in 1999, and I worked for BEA, and then I ended up working for Genentech, and I left Genentech in 2017. So yeah, I'm quite familiar with the tech scene here. I'm thankful that I got to experience the .com boom, as they say, in the area. And I'll say though, back then, Silicon Valley was really just kind of San Jose, Santa Clara, maybe Sunnyvale and such. Definitely Cupertino had Apple there, but over the years, because we've expanded up what's called the peninsula. And this is when you move out here, you'll talk about people talking about the peninsula. They're going to be talking about Palo Alto, Atherton, San Carlos, Redwood City. And again, we're going to get a lot of like Facebook is up here, Oracle is up here, VMware. What was this one? Oh, I thought that was, no, never mind. That wasn't Zoom. But again, we're getting big major IT companies moving up. You'll see they're moving up the west side of the bay. Not so much on the east side of the bay. It didn't really take hold there as much. I think mostly because back in the day it was Facebook and Google that really established that footprint on the west side of the peninsula, and that's what ended up causing a lot of these other companies to start there. So just so you can kind of see, there is a lot of tech here. This is where it's at. Now, if you're not coming here for the tech, don't worry. Obviously, there's 15 million people or something in the Bay Area. There's clearly other reasons to move here. But hey, look, if you're going to move here, you're probably going to be bumping elbows and talking to people who work in that industry. So anyways, that's kind of the area. That's the region of Silicon Valley. Like I said, we're going to be really just here on this side of town. But Milpitas, when we talk about Milpitas, if you're looking to move out here and you're looking to Milpitas, Milpitas is just a suburb. There's really not a lot there. Milpitas is known. We can zoom in on it here a little bit. It is known for the Great Mall. So Great Mall does have some really cool. It's right here. This is the Great Mall. It's big. If you're moving to Milpitas, you'll definitely know about the Great Mall. But it's got a lot of shopping, a lot of food, Dave and Buster's, all that fun kind of stuff. And when they say Great Mall, like it's huge, it's massive, movie theaters, all that. But other than the Great Mall, there's no nightlife, there's no downtown type thing. Like I said, Milpitas doesn't have, how do I say, if you're single, Milpitas could be a little bit boring for you. But look, if you're married, you have a family, and it's an easy commute right here along the 237. There's some traffic in the morning, of course, right? This is Silicon Valley. But look, you got 237 right here, take you right into pretty much all the heart of Silicon Valley, and especially if you work in San Jose. So if you live in Milpitas, working like downtown San Jose, it's really close. It's not much. You'll see it's not much of a drive. So a good location, but like I said, there's not a lot to do there. Pretty much you go to work, come home, go to the mall, go to the movies, raise your kids. With that said, we'll go. We'll go clockwise, okay? So then we have what's called East Foothills. We're coming now to the east side of San Jose. We'll just cover this whole area. You'll notice in Silicon Valley, in this whole region, oops, let me get situated here. You'll notice in the area of East San Jose, or let me rephrase, in the whole region itself, you'll notice these hills, this Blue Oak Reserve, right? We've got this county park, we've got Russian Ridge, San Antonio, okay, all these areas. There's not a lot of development there. There's actually very little housing development there. So even though we're in a valley, we've not really built out our hills. It's very similar to, say, like LA, right? You got Los Angeles, you got Malibu Hills, Beverly Hills. A lot of different things are named after the hills because they built up their hills. We did not. And so most of our housing, as you can see here with all the road infrastructure, is all on the valley floor. So if you are looking for something that's going to be in the hills, you're saying, hey, I do want something that has this beautiful view of the city. And I'm going to tell you, man, there are some amazing, amazing views of San Jose, but you're going to get those mostly here in what's called the East Foothills, right up here off 130, right going up into the Grant Park, all this area right here. Okay, this is where you're going to want to look at if you're going to want to look at something with a view, something to keep in mind. Oh yeah, there's a big church. But East San Jose is really, how do I say? It's like, if you like multicultural, I mean, everybody on the planet, I'm going to tell you, every race, nationality, creed, every type of food, everything you can even think of is on the east side of San Jose. You know, when I was a kid, and going back even before that in the 60s, East San Jose was kind of the Mexican side of town, we called it. Now, for the record, my mom's Mexican. I got family over there, so they don't get mad at me. But East San Jose was kind of the cholo, lowriders, the homies. It's not like that anymore, man, because of the tech scene, because we've just grown so much. The East San Jose, it's very vast. There's a lot of great homes, a lot of great food. Like I said, back in the 70s, we got a lot of immigrants from Vietnam and from a lot of the Asian countries, and they moved here, and a lot of them settled on the east side of San Jose. It was much more affordable back in the day. So, man, we got the best Chinese food, the best Middle Eastern food, the best Mexican food, all right here, right in one part of town. And I'm going to tell you, so if you're looking for something that's got that vibe, you want to eat all these different places every night, but not have to drive far, East San Jose is great. A lot of homes for sale. You do have Raging Waters there. We got Eastridge Mall is there. So if you want to go do your shopping, so East San Jose, like I said, it's growing and it's really cool. I mean, like I said, it's kind of funny because back in the day, East San Jose, people were like, "Oh man, East San Jose is like that's that's where the lowriders go. We go cruising, But now, man, it's real deal now. It's pretty awesome. So, and I got some cousins that live over there, and I tell you, we go over there and we eat sushi and we have a good old time. So now south of East San Jose, here is Evergreen, and Evergreen's a really nice area. There's a college there, so there is Evergreen Community College, and so a lot of housing, a lot of development is built up kind of in that area, and so it's in between. You'll notice it's kind of in between the South San Jose and East San Jose area, but it is kind of up in the hills a little bit. So it's again, Evergreen's really nice, but I'm going to say this: it's very suburbia. Same thing with the east side. It's houses and malls and strip malls, and that's all you're going to get. So if you want any nightlife, you want any kind of like fun, if you're young, you're going to be going downtown San Jose. You're not going to really get it on that side of town. Okay, so moving on in, coming down more. Now this is kind of more where I grew up. I'm more in the South San Jose area. South San Jose is great. Right, it's. I mean, I don't know what's there to say about South San Jose. It's really good schools. I'll say this: I know that South San Jose, Santa Teresa, Bernal Intermediate School, anyway, Glider School District. A few years back, anyway, was really well respected. People were moving to the South San Jose area just so their kids could go to specific schools down here. So, if schools is important to you, definitely give South San Jose a look. But we do have a lot of private school options as well. But South San Jose, like I said, we do have a Bass Pro. So right off of Almaden, if you're an outdoorsman type of person, you like fishing and hunting and all those things, man, we've got the Bass Pro. Oh yeah, it's right here. Here's the Bass Pro right here. So it's hey man, I'm not allowed to go in there anymore because I spend too much money. But yeah, again, South San Jose is the same thing. It's gonna be houses. It's gonna be strip malls. But it's good living, and there's not a lot of traffic on this side of town. So, if you notice, if I zoom out of the area here, if you look at where South San Jose is here in relation to Sunnyvale, Mountain View, where a lot of these tech companies are, you'll see that, man, that's one heck of a commute, And so if you're going to be driving, to Google, to Facebook, South San Jose is going to be a bit of a drive. Now, with this work from home options that we have now, it could be worth it if you're only going to drive in a couple days a week. Then maybe it's not that big a deal. But traditionally, over years past, even as expensive as Silicon Valley and San Jose is, the area that I'm in was still considered one of the more affordable parts of San Jose, where Sunnyvale and Santa Clara, those areas were really, really getting expensive. South San Jose traditionally was a little less expensive, just because people weren't driving down there because of the commute. Now that is changing. Now with COVID, people working from home more, a lot of these hybrid work from home models, there is getting a lot more attention down into the South San Jose area. So something to keep in mind. So anyways, but it's beautiful. I love South San Jose. It's, like I say, it's where I live. So coming over, we got Los Gatos. So Los Gatos is, again, Los Gatos is going to be I wouldn't even know if I'd call it a suburb. It's its own town, really. So Los Gatos is its own place. People from Los Gatos are very, very proud, I will say, to live in Los Gatos. So if you meet somebody from the LG, as they call it, you'll say the LG when you move here, so they'll know you're a local. But if you say, "Oh, I didn't know you're from San Jose," they're going to go, "I'm not from San Jose. I'm from Los Gatos." All right, so get it straight. Don't mess that up. But Los Gatos, a very high end community. So if you're looking for homes that are going to be in the $2 million, $3 million up, that's going to be it. And some of them are in Monte Sereno and this little area right here. You're going to get a little bit more hill living, some nice views, but it is going to be a little bit more exclusive. So, but if that's what you like, you're there. But again, the commute, not bad, right? If you look at where Los Gatos is in relation to San Jose, it's not too terrible of a commute. A lot of people actually commute from, and I'll zoom out here. See this right here? See Scotts Valley, Santa Cruz, all this? There's people, and a lot of people, that actually commute from Santa Cruz into San Jose every day. And so if you're Los Gatos, I mean, you're still right here in the mix. So, but it is beautiful. It is nice. Los Gatos has a beautiful downtown. Maybe I'll do of course, I'll do some video down there eventually and highlight it. But great wine bars. Los Gatos is very big on the wine trail they have. So if you like sitting outside and getting some sun and having a glass of Chardonnay, you're going to get along pretty good in Los Gatos. Saratoga is the same thing. It's just like Los Gatos, just up the hill a little bit. Saratoga does have access to Highway 9, which is actually a really cool road. If you're, are you a car person? You like fast cars, sports cars, you like motorcycles? Highway 9 is pretty much the hot spot for anybody who likes anything that goes fast, because there's a fun, twisty little road. People like to really get down on it, and it'll eventually take you down into Santa Cruz. So a fun ride for those in the Saratoga area, I'll say, is to hop on Highway 9, and you can rock it all the way down to Santa Cruz, get some fish and chips. I know I'm a motorcycle guy. I've been riding Harleys for years. Me and my buddies ride down to Santa Cruz, get some fish and chips, have a beer, and hang out, enjoy the day. Good fishing, good living down here, and then ride your motorcycle right on back into town. So yeah, so that's it on Saratoga. Again, Saratoga, you're going to get that $3, $4, $5 million and up property, but beautiful. And Saratoga itself has a nice little downtown. For sure, we'll be showing that out. All right, coming right along here, we got Cupertino. Now, of course, Cupertino, everybody knows Cupertino. Why? Right there, because it is the home of Apple and the big mega spaceship. Apple put Cupertino really on the map. And so if you're going to be working for one of these tech companies out here, and it's going to be kind of more on this side of town, Cupertino could be a good spot for you. It's a great community. Again, it's going to just be suburbia, I'll say, with houses and strip malls. If you want any kind of nightlife, any kind of fun stuff, you'll hop into San Jose. But we've also got Campbell down here. In fact, I kind of blew over Campbell a little bit. Campbell is its own kind of little town right here on the west side of San Jose. But it's its own town. It's not really a suburb. Campbell is its own jurisdiction. Campbell actually has its own police department there. So they take safety and good high quality of life. Very important there. It's not cheap. Again, you're going to be paying in that $2 million up price range, but it's very small. It's a very, very small community. In fact, let's see if we can even show it here. Yes, so here's a key this little downtown right here on Campbell Avenue, this section right here, this is the main little downtown. You can see it's only just a few square blocks. And then, you've got the surrounding community here with, where all the homes and such are. But very small, but very, like I said, very exclusive, very quaint, but very, very nice. I love downtown Campbell. It's great. But anyway, so the point is if you're living in Cupertino, you're living on this west side, and you're younger, like I said, you're a younger person, you like to go hang out and have drinks and go watch the sports games or whatever with your friends. You're going to be driving, Campbell, San Jose, or possibly, up into Mountain View. Mountain View has a fun little downtown. You can get out. But again, most of everything that drives this region right here, and like I said, Cupertino, Sunnyvale, Mountain View, I'm just going to lump them all together, right? This really is the core of really Silicon Valley. If you are moving out here because of a job with Apple, with Google, with Facebook, whoever, and you don't like a long commute, this is probably the area you're going to want to look at because, like I say, if I pull up the Silicon Valley map, you'll see right here. Man, my mouse is super sensitive. I'm sorry about that. Dang, mouse. Hold on. Forget it. My mouse wants to be a brat. Let's try to get this thing zoomed in here. All right, there we go. So here we go, Cupertino, right? But here's the Sunnyvale, and here's a lot of the tech that's going to be right up in here, including, even though Tesla's moved officially its headquarters to Austin, they still have, obviously, they still have a footprint. A lot of these big companies that you're hearing moving out, which is true, a lot of them are moving out. Oracle, right, moved. Was it Pinterest, HP? A lot of these companies are moving their operations out, and that is true. But they are keeping their sales offices here. They do have somewhat of a footprint, especially now with, like I say, this work from anywhere model. But anyway, you'll see if tech is your reason for coming out here. In fact, if I zoom out, you're going to notice that, see this Morgan Hill, Gilroy area? Not much of it there. It's going to be San Jose and north, right? Going north up the peninsula. And so something to keep in mind if that's what you're looking for. The main thing to note really is that we know where the tech is. We know where the where the nightlife is, and it's really, I'll say, the nightlife best you're going to get in the area is San Jose, maybe Campbell, maybe Los Gatos, but again, nightlife. I'm not talking, anything like San Francisco or New York. If you really want that kind of scene, the rave scene, all that, you got to go to San Francisco for all that action. And well, you're going to have to find someone else to help you know more about that because I know nothing about that stuff. But but anyway, hopefully, I know I talked a lot. I talked fast, but I just wanted to give you just a glimpse, high level view. Main thing we know is what did we learn today about San Jose, Silicon Valley areas? That Milpitas, Santa Clara, all these areas. Oh, Santa Clara. Maybe I didn't talk about Santa Clara, but Santa Clara is the home to Great America. A lot of, like I said, there's some tech up in there too. Rivermark's a really cool area if you're looking for something, especially like condos and things. There's some nice condos up in the Rivermark development up there. Levi Stadium. That's right. So Levi is right here, home of the 49ers. So if you're a football fan, you're moving from out of state, you want to come see your football team, come get beat by the 49ers, then then here's the spot to come watch your team come get beat by my Niners. That's right. But it's really cool. I tell you what, they talked a long time about the 49ers and having some sort of sports team down here. And we do have the Earthquakes, soccer. We do have the San Jose Sharks, which is great. We got a lot of sports down here. And if you like baseball, we do have the San Jose Giants have a minor league team over on the east side of San Jose, where our fairgrounds are. So again, if you like sports, San Jose is going to be great for that. There is talk, and there's been talk for a long time, maybe about the Oakland A's moving down here. Kind of some of the rumor is maybe they're going to go to Vegas like the Raiders did. Who knows? But look, man, you come down here, you go to the Niner game, you go watch some Sharks. You got a good job working in the tech industry. Look, there's going to be worse places in the world that you can live. Like, I'm born and raised in San Jose. I lived in Denver for about 5-6 years. It gave me a new perspective on San Jose, and it really helped me see it from a different set of eyes in terms of what the opportunities are here. And so if you're moving out here, I know it's intimidating. You're thinking, oh my God, man, it's so expensive. It's one of the most expensive housing markets, in the world. Yeah, it is. And a lot of that, like I said, especially for housing. And this is why, a lot of this green you're seeing is not developed. most everybody is kind of, we're dealing with it right here on the valley floor. But I'm gonna tell you what, if, like they say with New York, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. The beauty of San Jose is, up here in Palo Alto, we've got Stanford, and we've got some great universities pumping out some brilliant, brilliant people with great ideas. And then right up here in Palo Alto is also what? Let's see if I can find it. It's not going to pop up fast. Was going to be Sand Hill Road. And anybody who's familiar with the tech industry knows that Sand Hill Road is where a lot of the, in Atherton up here, this is where a lot of the venture capital money comes from. This is a lot of the investment that funds a lot of these tech companies, and so that's where a lot of this got started. So hopefully that answers a little bit of it for you. I know I rambled on fast. I'm trying to say everything all at once. Bear with me. This is one of my first videos, but there's going to be more to come, and I'm going to slow down and I'm going to explain things better. But with that, look, if this gave you any value, all I ask is for a subscription. Leave a comment. Let me know some way that you watched this, and it gave you value. Any tips on anything that you're looking for? If there's some information you're looking to get because you're moving out here, let me know. But definitely give a subscribe, because in the weeks, months ahead, I'm going to be doing some local video, on the street type video. I got some this weekend out of Morgan Hill, and I look forward to sharing that with you also. So with that, everybody, again, my name is Jason. I'm with Keller Williams of Silicon Valley. If you're moving out to this area, I'd love to help you find a home. And well, I hope to hear from you, and see you in the next video. All right, take care now.